Sara and David, a young couple, had just moved into their first house together, an old Victorian home on the outskirts of town. It was the perfect setting for their first Christmas, and they decided to make it special by buying a unique Christmas tree. They visited a small, dusty antique store, hoping to find something different from the usual modern trees. After searching through piles of trees and decorations, they found it, the most beautiful tree they had ever seen. Its branches were covered with delicate golden ornaments, and it seemed to glow in the dim light of the shop. The elderly shopkeeper, seeing their interest, warned them that the tree had a history, a dark one. He explained that it had once belonged to the Hawthorne family, a wealthy family that lived in a grand house on the outskirts of town. The family mysteriously vanished on Christmas Eve many years ago, and the only thing left behind was this tree. Despite the warning, Sara and David were enchanted by the tree and purchased it, eager to start their own holiday traditions. Once home, they set up the tree in the corner of their living room. But strange things began happening almost immediately. At first, it was subtle. A flicker of the lights, a cold draft in the room, objects moving ever so slightly. But soon the occurrences became more pronounced. At night, they could hear faint whispers coming from the tree, though they dismissed it as the wind or their imagination. But then came the nightmare. One evening, Sara woke up to find the lights on the tree flickering violently, casting long, eerie shadows on the walls. She rushed out of bed to check, but the moment she touched the tree, everything went still. The lights stopped flickering and the room returned to its normal state. But Sara couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The tree felt alive, as if it was watching them. As the days went on, the house seemed to grow colder, and Sara began to have vivid dreams about the Hawthorne family. In her dreams, she saw the family gathered around the tree on Christmas Eve. But suddenly, a dark force emerged from within the tree, attacking the family one by one, dragging them into its branches. She woke up screaming, drenched in sweat, but the images haunted her. Desperate to understand what was happening, Sara and David visited the local historian, Mrs. Whitaker, who knew the history of every house and family in the area. Mrs. Whitaker revealed the tragic story of the Hawthorne family. The family had been known for their extravagant Christmas celebrations, and their home was filled with the most beautiful decorations, especially the tree. But one Christmas Eve, the family disappeared without a trace. The only thing left behind was the tree, still standing in their grand parlor, its ornaments glistening in the light. The townspeople believed that the tree was cursed. It had been a gift from an unknown stranger, and whoever owned the tree would suffer a terrible fate. The curse had trapped the spirits of the Hawthorne family within its branches, and their restless souls had haunted the tree ever since. As the Christmas season grew nearer, the haunting intensified. Sara and David began to see shadowy figures around the tree, moving in and out of the corners of the room. One night, Sara woke up to find a woman standing near the tree, pale and hollow-eyed. The woman whispered, "Help us," before vanishing into the shadows. Panicked, Sara searched the house and found a hidden compartment in the tree's base. Inside, she discovered an old journal, Eleanor Hawthorne's diary, the youngest daughter of the family. The last entry read, "The tree is alive. It takes us one by one. I fear it will take me next." The next night, the couple realized they had no choice but to confront the tree. As they approached it, the lights flickered violently, and the room grew unbearably cold. The spirits of the Hawthorne family began to appear, their faces twisted in agony. They begged Sara and David to free them from the curse. The couple frantically searched for a way to destroy the tree and end the haunting. They learned that the only way to break the curse was to destroy the tree itself, but that came with a price. The spirits would not be freed without suffering, and the couple would have to face the consequences of their actions. On Christmas Eve, they set the tree on fire, hoping to destroy it and break the curse. As the flames consumed the tree, the spirits screamed, their forms swirling in the smoke before vanishing into the night. The house fell silent and the curse was broken. But Sara and David were forever changed, haunted by the memories of the tree and the spirits that had once lived within it. If you want to hear the chilling story of 9 hikers who mysteriously vanished, only to have their bodies discovered in the freezing snow, click here.